Some good news for one rural school district in eastern Washington. State Superintendent Chris Rakedahl proposed to dissolve the Prescott School District, but now he's taking that off the table. We're joined now by the superintendent of Prescott Schools, Jeff Furch. Thank you for speaking with us.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
So this was a community effort to save the school district. How much money did you have to raise, and how did you achieve that?
So when I took over, we found out that, or I learned that we were about $1.5 million or so in debt, and we ended up having to basically follow through on a three-part plan. We were required to pass a levy, a supplemental levy, which we did at approximately 90% passage rate. We were required to sell some properties, and then we were asking for some legislative help with Senator Perry Dozier. As a community, we raised about $550,000 through sales of property and through fundraising in our small local community.
Well, and Superintendent, this isn't a singular issue. School districts across the state are facing financial troubles driven by things like declining enrollment and rising costs. Can you lay out some of the specific challenges for your district?
Well, certainly we're a rural district. We haven't had much declining enrollment. We had some mismanagement, is what I'm told, before I took over. I came in, and my job was to move forward and look forward. So I can't really comment on what happened before I was here, other than we ended up in a large amount of debt due to some prior mismanagement, and it was my job to come in and try to help out and try to make sure we still had a school for the students of Prescott.
What really made the specific difference here, in your opinion, and are you concerned this petition to dissolve Prescott schools could be revived?
Well, I think what really made the difference for our community was the Prescott School District is a school made up of a couple smaller communities, and it was really just the community coming together and the community realizing that without having the school on site in Prescott, that Prescott really wouldn't be much of a community at all. And not that there were major differences between people, but it was just the whole community working together with the help of Senator Dozier, who was a 1977 Prescott graduate, was a big step for us. And, it was just effort of everyone to know that it was best for the kids of the Prescott community to go to the Prescott school, the school they're used to going to, the school in their home community, and keeping everything as normal as possible for them.
And if the district were to be dissolved, what's the impact there on students and parents?
Well, if the school were to be dissolved, the state of Washington already had devised a plan to divide up our students among two schools, one to the east and one to the west. So students would have been separated from the classmates that they had and had to go different directions. And the town itself doesn't have a lot of employers, doesn't have a lot of business. And, I'm afraid that without a school, that Prescott would have potentially even gone away. So this is really good for the students of Prescott, really good for the community and the citizens of Prescott. And I think probably there's lots of places in eastern Washington, small rural communities, that would have done the same thing had their school been in the situation I found ours in.
It's interesting, like you said, sometimes community, that support can go a long way. Superintendent, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.